Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Women Making Herstory series. I am your host today, Nancy Matthews, one of the founders of Women's Prosperity Network, and we're bringing you this series highlighting 31 amazing and brilliant visionary women. And the woman you're about to meet, boy, is she a visionary. And one of the things I love about Linda, I love her heart, I love her spirit, and I also love her passion and commitment to giving us a way to get through some of life's toughest things to make them easier for us. So welcome, my friend, my colleague, our chapter leader, Ms. Linda Fostek, the crisis planner.
Thank you, Nancy. It's really a pleasure to be here, and I am so honored that you have selected me as one of your Women in Herstory this month.
Yes, 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 you certainly are. So for our viewers, let me let you know a little bit about her background, and then we're going to go ahead and dive into the conversation with Linda. So Linda is the founder of the Crisis Planner, and she says, get off the worry-go-round with Linda Fostek, the Crisis Planner. She's an international speaker, best-selling author, and consultant to facilitate recovery, avoid family conflicts, and control chaos when facing personal and natural disasters. Linda carries on her late father's legacy through her books, And Now What?, Shit Happens, Password Passport, and the Crisis Planner Home System. Linda was named the 2017 Networker of the Year. She's been profiled in the Long Island Business News Who's Who for 2018 Business Services and the Who's Who Visionary within their business, and honored as a New York Power Woman by the Long Island Press and Queens Courier. She's a co-leader of the Nassau and Suffolk chapters of Women's Prosperity Network, a certified speaker, a member and certified trainer of the One Philosophy Founder Circle, Awakening Giants Mission for Global Transformation, Pulse, Orion, and ACP, founding board member of the Caregivers Resource Network, board member of the Long Island NAIPC, and a certified trainer for MEDEX Prime. Linda has appeared on numerous TV, radio, and podcasts locally and nationally, and has spoken internationally as well. And boy, how did you find time to be with us today?
It really is my pleasure to make time to get a message out to other women in business and to really have an impact with planning and preparing for those things that we don't want to think about that can happen to any one of us at any time. So yeah. It really is my pleasure to be here.
Yeah, you're on a mission, and as I read your bio, all the things that you've done, and we've been working closely together since this idea first came to you. So share a little bit with our audience briefly about your background, and because I think you've always been a woman making herstory. As a matter of fact, I know that. And then this recent transition and this mission that you're on, it's the passion and commitment is ramped up to a whole new level, I would say.
It definitely has. And, it actually was brought back to me quite clearly 2 weeks ago. I was invited to speak to a Girl Scout troop of juniors in high school. And it brought me back to my high school days when I was a Girl Scout all the way through high school and was very active in the council and internationally and nationally, hosting women from all over the world. In fact, one of the patches on my jacket was Iranian Girl Scouts, which was before the Shah fell. I had hosted a woman from Iran.
Do you still have all that?
I still had all that, and I shared it with these girls because I really wanted them to understand that my passion and my leadership skills and my vision for entrepreneurship really was honed as a Girl Scout. And, it's been part of the fabric of who I am forever. And that just brought me back. And of course, looking back at my scrapbook, realizing that it was now 50 years old.
Wow.
And how it's impacting me even today, what I'm doing today. It was really so cool.
And you know what's interesting? So I love it. And isn't it true that the seeds and all our experiences bring us to right in this moment and what we're doing now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, and really, if you think about it, the motto of Scouts is be prepared. And what am I doing? I'm all about disaster preparation.
Wow. That is awesome. And, it's interesting. One of our other guests in this series, when I asked who is a woman in history that had an impact on you, it was the founder of the Girl Scouts that she talked about.
Juliet Love.
Yeah. Yeah, but which is not who you pick. So far we've got no crossover there. It's very fun. So I'm thinking about doing a little contest for everybody to make a list of the names. I don't know, but anyway, let's make history together today. So
absolutely.
So share a little bit more about the Crisis Planner and your mission and all of these. I mean, you've created so many products and programs to help people. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, my vision really is that you can be prepared for any kind of disaster that can happen, whether it be a personal disaster, which certainly we've all experienced, either with family members or personally, accidents happen, we lose jobs, we have financial challenges, family members get sick, disabled, we lose somebody we love. So it's all about being prepared for all those eventualities. And certainly natural disasters can affect anyone at any time. Mm-hmm. So whatever preparation you do for your natural disasters applies to your personal disasters as well, because you need to be able to recover. And the way you recover is having that preparation in place, because after the fact, you have your resources are fewer, options become less. You tend to make bad decisions in a crisis. I mean, I've seen some pretty horrific things happen in the middle of a crisis. People do the exact wrong thing that they shouldn't do. So knowing what to do and having a plan in place can make all the difference in how you come through the other side of a crisis with a smile on your face, and you pick yourself up and brush yourself off and say, okay, what's next?
Yeah. Yeah. So why is it, do you think, that so few people are actually prepared for this stuff?
Well, most people think it can't happen to them. And until something does happen, it's not in the forefront of their thinking. It's sort of like you don't think a car accident is going to happen to you, but you can have a car accident and it can change your life in a heartbeat. So, and then we're all in cars every day. And so it's literally, what plans do you have in place to keep your family safe? And it's the ultimate gift of love to take care of your family in case something happens to you. So, and with so many of us women who are either raising families on our own as single parents, we are widowed, divorced, or single by choice, we have a responsibility to making sure that we can take care of ourselves, but also take care of those people that we still have responsibilities for. So when we do that effectively, everybody can move forward with their life no matter what happens. So it's a real gift that we give them. And the theme of my talk today really is about how to be the queen of your castle, because so many of us are homeowners or condo owners or living on our own in our own apartments. And there's so many things that can go wrong in the house or in our living space that can have a major impact on our mental state, and it can be a small thing.
Yeah. Well, and here's the truth of that from a physiological perspective. Our home is our foundation. It's our security. So if there's something out of whack in our home, we must go into survival mode physiologically to get that taken care of before we can have a clear mind for creativity and ideas and the next thing. So
exactly,
making it easy to deal with what emerges is what you're talking about.
Exactly. And, so many of us don't even have a clue what's important, what priorities we should set. And I mean, for me, it's all about, your safety in your home. And if there's three things that every woman should know how to do in their house and take care of in their house, it's know how to shut off the gas and the water,
Mm-hmm.
because even when you get a hurricane warning and you're told to evacuate, you should turn the gas and water off in your house, because should there be an interruption in service, or and suddenly your pilot lights go out and the gas comes back on, the house can be filled with gas and blow up.
Wow.
So even that kind of thing, just knowing where those shutoffs are. If you have a small leak and you don't know how to turn off the water, that can cause major damage over time.
Mm-hmm.
So knowing how to turn the water, where your shutoffs are. The second important thing, and we're coming up to the time change again, where we spring forward, is to make sure that your smoke detectors and your carbon dioxide detectors have working batteries, and you know what the sound is like, so you know what the alert sounds like if you have a problem. So that's the second thing. And then the third thing that most people forget about is our dryers, the clothes dryers. We clean out the little lint basket there all the time, but that hose that goes to the outside vent can get clogged with lint, which ultimately is one of the number one causes of house fires in the country.
What?
So there are systems to clean out that vent hose that can make sure that, first of all, it improves your dryer's efficiency if the hose isn't clogged. Mm-hmm. And especially if you have one of those corrugated hoses that's like all kind of that accordions.
Yeah.
Those are very susceptible to being clogged with lint. And if you open it up, and you'll see there's it should be a 4-inch hose. And a lot of times when you open it up, there's only 2 inches of air getting through it. So
I got to tell you,
cause a fire.
I've never cleaned mine, and I'm thinking, is that why it's taking 2 times now for my clothes to dry?
Yeah.
I only used to take
Yeah.
1.
Yes. So those are my 3 things that any woman can do and repair and take care of, that can really help you feel more safe in your home.
I love it. Thank you. And
little tips.
Yeah, they're great. And one of the things I love about what you've created, and everybody, you can go to thecrisisplanner.com and click on the link below. You have made it so easy to get prepared. And especially what I love is you've thought of everything. So things like, okay, I'm going to get prepared. There's a hurricane. I want to take my passport and my insurance policies and put them in a bag. Like, you have thought of things that I didn't consider. It's really a beautiful checklist and process to go through. So make sure you grab resources from Linda that are on this page. Awesome. All right, so it's time. Tell me about a woman in history who had an influence or an impact on you.
Well, and this is really a fairly recent impact on me because of what I'm building with my business. And I've really been inspired by the story of Joy Mangano. And I know they did a movie on her not that long ago called Joy.
Oh,
and
yeah.
She grew up on Long Island in East Meadow, which is a very middle-class area on Long Island. She was a housewife and a mother and then a single mom. And what she was able to do is she saw a problem, she created a solution with her miracle mop, and literally created a $50 million empire based on solving a problem. And I relate to that so much because the problem that I'm solving is a universal problem for people as well. And it's just about getting your message out. And her message, she really became the spokesperson for her message by being the person, because the first time they had the Miracle Mop on QVC, she sold some, but it wasn't that many. She sold 1,000.
Right.
She became the spokesperson for the Miracle Mop. She sold 100,000 Miracle Mops because she was the voice and the face that people related to and could relate to what she was bringing to the table and how she was solving their problem.
Well,
and her enthusiasm.
She brought her passion. She brought herself to it rather than, and I remember the movie, rather than some canned way of being because it's supposed to be like this. That didn't work.
Right.
when she said,
No.
I'm a housewife and this is what's going on for me. So, you know, the lesson I hear in that, in addition to her perseverance and her, I'm not going to take crap from anybody, I'm getting this done, you know, that attitude, what
Right.
her spirit and commitment to just being her. And that's I think a
So,
model for
I
all
mean,
of us.
I want to be Joy Mangano. I want to have that kind of, I want my passion to come across. I want my vision to be shared. I mean, she holds now over 50 patents for products that she's created. She is, you know, a household name in many, many across the country and the world. I mean, she's impacted people and from a simple idea.
Love it.
And mine was a simple idea, and I want to, you know, she is somebody that I'm looking forward to actually being able to meet and talk with and share our vision and see how she can teach me what she did so that I can do similar things. So,
Awesome.
and she lives here on Long Island, so I have a real, and I have so many people here that actually do know her personally.
Oh, it's happening, baby.
You know, it's like you and Bruce Springsteen. It's
Yes.
me and Joy.
I love it. I love it. All right, beautiful. Thank you for making her story so that you're making each of our stories easier in our families, in our lives, and all the things that emerge for us. So I love, honor, and cherish you, my friend. Thank you.
Thank you again so much for, you know, honoring me with the privilege of being one of the women in her story for you.
Mm-hmm. Of course, you had to be here. And I'm glad all of you are here too. And I know you picked up some valuable insights from Linda Fostek. Be sure to go to thecrisisplanner.com, click on that link below. And one more time, if you have not yet joined this movement of women coming together through Women's Prosperity Network, making her story, we're here for that platform to shine a light on you and make sure that your story, your message, the real authentic you, gets out to the world in bigger ways so that you can make an impact and be that influence in a higher way. So join the movement and check your inbox. We'll be back tomorrow with another extraordinary visionary woman. Thanks everybody for being with us, and thank you again, Linda.
Thank you, Nancy.